Huh?
I'm going live,
Oh.
but I don't think I have anybody. I don't have anybody. Oh no, unavailable. Son of a biscuit.
Gonna figure it out.
Yep. Ah, having all sorts of problems with YouTube today. So let's see here. There's no one here yet. Oh. Oh, crud. Okay, hang on, guys. Copy. Hey, Joe. Ah, I'm having all sorts of problems with YouTube today. I've tried to set this video up 3 times and it kept on dropping. It's like, ah. So I just set it up on the last one that I saw you guys coming up into, and then it drops. It's like, what the heck? Okay. So I just went ahead and plugged it in and just shot it live. So thanks for everyone that's here. A little scatterbrained right now, trying to pull stuff together here at the last minute. But give me a give me a sec. Um, Plan is today is that I've got static grass that we're gonna go ahead and put on that area that we've been working on, and I like to do that. Like to get some vegetation in there, and I've scraped together some of the guardrail that I need to put in there as well. Um, Old guardrail. It's not the new stuff the new stuff I'm producing is it looks a lot better than the other stuff, but up there behind, yeah, it'll work. It'll work fine. So yeah, there's a few of us are starting to find the the live stream again. So sorry about the confusion. Like I said earlier, if you're just coming in right now, I've been having problems with YouTube today. Went through trying to set this live stream up 3 different times. I just found out that it dropped again. So I went ahead and yeah, I just ended up just throwing one, just hitting the live button. Don't even try to schedule the damn thing. Just hit the live. So that's where we're at. So I see we got Joe, we got Slightly Mad, we got the fingers in here. So cool. At least there's a little bit of us in here. Um, so yeah, bloody YouTube, right? Um, so I got something to show you guys. Yeah, what the heck? So with my Patreon group, I explained earlier that I sent them out a bunch of juniper and we're building trees together. Well, I got impatient. I've been building 2 trees and I just went ahead and finished one of the trees today. I've got another tree that I'm working on, but let me grab it real quick. So this is the tree out of juniper, and this thing measures about 18 inches tall. So if I get this, I don't have you guys on a tripod. Whoa! Don't have you on a tripod right now. Like I said, we're doing everything by. I don't know if I can prop you up. I'm gonna try to prop you up. Here we go. Ah, there we go. We're propped up. So it's 18 inches tall. So if we take a figure, we place a figure down here. Now, granted, I'm grabbing hold of a nail, but we got our figure. Here we go. So at 18 inches, this is equivalent of a 50-foot tree in 1/32 scale. And it's cool. So what my my plan is, and I went ahead and posted this up on the Facebook group. I'm sure if you've probably seen it, but I have an area that I can grab this juniper. It's on private property, everything else. So I've been told I can take as much juniper as my little heart desires. We got like 50 acres full of just juniper. So idea is to start making these armatures available for purchase. The bark. Now Joe, he's from Texas, so he knows about juniper, but this bark is stellar, and for modeling and stuff like that, it's unreal. I mean, you can't get much better than that. I mean, you can do sagebrush, but I'd have to say almost this bark is almost better than sagebrush because it has a little bit more texture to it. Sagebrush is real, it's real gnarly, but this actually has, a little bit of fraying and stuff like that, and it just looks cool. So that's kind of the idea. And out there right now for armatures, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's a guy that's selling armatures, sagebrush, for an 18-inch armature, which is what this would be. Okay, 18 inches. He's selling each armature for $45. And obviously he's selling them. I can't justify, charging $45 for one stick. So what my plan is like what I did with my Patreon is I went ahead and got one of the small boxes from Home Depot when they're packaging boxes, right? And I was able to put between, I'd say, about 5 full-size armatures like this inside that one box. I still had tons of room left over. I was just over the top of the box, just clipping it until I was able to fit the armatures in. So there's a bunch of other stuff that went in there. Idea is that I'm thinking of filling a box of as much as I can. I mean, granted, you got a bunch of, twigs and stuff hanging out, so you can't pack it too much, otherwise they'll bust off. But as much as I can and place it in there, and selling a whole entire box for like $30. And you can get, like I said, there was, about 4 to 5 large trees in there. I could fit 12-inch trees in there, 10-inch, all the way down. And, we can start getting some actual, real scale trees on your layout. So that's kind of the idea. So this tree turned out really cool. I got another tree that I'm working on. Whoa, almost spilt my coffee. That would be a sin. Can't do that. So like here's the other tree that I'm working on. And this guy's sitting, I believe he's sitting at 22 inches tall. It's a big damn tree. But like I said, about 18 and a half inches is 50 feet. That's what that one be. This one at that, probably close upper 60s, maybe even 70 feet tall. Possibly. Because that 32 and a half inches is 100 feet. So yeah, kind of cool. I mean, you get your little dudes out here and, looks cool. Plus the trunk size and everything else, it looks proportionate. So the idea, these, I've had a lot of interest once I put up that post. So I'm gonna take a trip down this next week when I'm home, and I'm gonna load up the truck in the back full of Juniper. So these are gonna be available as soon as next week. You know, if you're interested now, you could actually start messaging me, and we can start figuring it out. But the box, and I'll show you the box. Kind of give you an idea. So the box is 17 by 11 by 13. So we just kind of do a little makeshift fold. That's the size box that these things would be coming in. So you can see, you could probably fit quite a bit inside that box. So yeah, this is the idea. We're gonna play with sticks. So there's that. Now, let me get this unfolded. Stick it over there. So we need to get up there on the layout. I don't know what the chat's going on because my tablet is supporting my phone. So let me move this over here. I got my tablet. Come on. Like I said, YouTube and I have been arguing all day. Well, for the last few hours. So that is the idea. So yeah, and then the branches and stuff are made from sea foam. I don't have sea foam available. I'm actually thinking about it though. I've got enough property down here that I might till up a section and plant sea foam. So we can have sea foam too. What the hell? You know, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it, right? So that's the idea. But first off, we're gonna make these I'm gonna make these armatures available, and we'll see what happens with the sea foam. But I know that a box of sea foam isn't cheap. Again, I guess it would all depend on harvest, but I know on Amazon, and I don't even think it's that size box. It's a smaller one. But they're getting, I just bought a box for, was it $33 off Amazon? So we'll see what happens. See how much, what I can do with sea foam, but I might be able to get into that too. Who knows? Who knows? Sky's the limit, you know. You start getting into scenery, start doing slot cars, you lose half your brain. You start doing crazy ass stuff. Why not? So I think we need to go get on top of the table and start growing some grass. So I'm gonna take this off because it's like 50 some degrees in here. I think we might have it up to 60. So I don't need a coat on. Yeah, I've got that tripods right there. So let me go ahead and swig this real quick. Can't drink too much coffee. I gotta get to bed early tonight. But okay, one more drink. Okay, that was good. All right, so I'm gonna double tap you, turn you around. You're staring at the table. There, we're up here. Okay, now let me unplug the tablet. I got the tablet. We got this tripod, and we're on top of the table. And don't want to step on that. Okay, so last time we were all playing together, I put down the flock, I put down the sand. Yeah, so I'll take you for a tour and let you let you see what it looks like when it's dry. It was a little bit wet last time you guys saw it. Let me go ahead and move this building. This is going to be an undertaking. 3-foot long building. Let's just stick that up here somehow. Like that. Okay. Got my static grass. Got my static king. I'm gonna grab my tablet and I'll be back. Actually, I'll take you guys for a spin first. Yeah, let's do that. Well, let me grab my tablet. Well, wait a minute. I got my tablet. Like I said, I'm scatterbrained today. What the hell is going on here? Okay. Even my tablet's acting up. All right, well, we'll put that there. Hopefully it'll catch up. I don't know. I didn't even see the... Oh my God. Okay. So let me pop you out of here. And let's take a look. So everything is dried up. And you can see how that ground cover looks with the sand. And then a little bit of flocking and stuff down there. So I love using the sand. I really do. I mean, it gives it that texture and a little bit of variation in your color. And it just turns out cool. So we got all that. Got this back in here. Got that, came through here. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good. So now what we need to do is go ahead and put in our static grass. Okay. So as far as this section goes, if I do any static grass, it's only going to be in tufts. And I'll just go ahead and do tufts with the applicator and everything else. I didn't have time to actually make tufts. But that's no problem. I can actually do it with just dabs of PVA and hit it with the Static King and just make tufts on the go. So we can do that. But yeah, this, like I said, this area down in here, I'm just going to go ahead and put tufts in. Up above, I got to blend a little bit in here. This area through here is going to get more static grass on the back side of it. And then I'm going to pretty much bring this down through up on top here with static grass to go ahead and kind of blend it with everything else. So I have the building here, so it'll kind of break it up a little bit. So that's the idea. Yeah, and then when adding some vegetation and hopefully be able to get some guardrail up around that whole entire thing. I want to take it from that guardrail, bring it all the way up across the wall, down into this corner. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do an inside. I might do an inside guardrail too. Not sure. We'll have to see what it looks like when I get it there. So let me hook you guys back up. Okay. And now, yeah, look. My screen's blank. There's supposed to be, I'm just having issues. I don't know what's going on here. 13 chat. It's not even letting me see the chat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it from there. I'm grabbing my other tablet. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe Apple's having issues. Who knows? But that doesn't make any sense because my phone's an Android. So I think I'm just having boon issues today. Okay, so let's see here. Whoops, I don't want to do, what's that doing? Okay, that's on that. This is, okay, there's, come on. Are you serious? I'm gonna kill technology, I swear. This is just not happening. Come on, there we go. Ah, of course it's gonna hit me with a commercial. Skip the commercial. Oh, sorry, you guys. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So, ta-da! I got a tablet that actually works. Yay! All right. Let me go grab my Maji Podge. And I need that. I need this. I've got my grass. Yeah. I have my vacuum. I might need to grab. Oh, I can, if I need another battery, I can always go get the battery. So I'm using, if I can, yeah, my electrical wires tied up in my guardrail over here. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this guy plugged in. So the applicator I use is the Static King from Woodland Scenics. It's a nice applicator. Works great. But you need, if you get one of these, it has they say, okay, that you can use a 9-volt battery for this thing, right? 9-volt. Don't waste your time with a 9-volt. Get the 12-volt adapter so you can plug it into the wall and get some juice to this thing. The 9-volt just doesn't generate the power needed to get your grass to really dance for you. So definitely work. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great applicator, but on 9-volt, my old applicator that I had, which was the bottom basement applicator, worked better than this thing did on battery power. So as soon as you plug this thing into the wall and use 12-volt power, it's a changer from that point. So the grass that I use is through World War Scenics. And the reason why I don't use Woodland Scenics, 2 reasons. Okay. First reason is with World War Scenics, I can get just as good of grass for cheaper. They give it a larger supply of it. And the other thing is, I like their colors better. You know, oh, my brain just went blank. These guys. Woodland Scenics. Yeah, there we go. Woodland Scenics. Their grass is pretty much just one tone, right? You'll have like light green, dark green, spring green, or whatever, right? It's just one pretty much color throughout the whole entire grass. World War Scenics has multiple colors inside the grass, which when it's laid out, it looks a lot more realistic, okay? Yes, you can get the same look with Woodland Scenics, but it takes you a process of going through different grasses and different colors to achieve that look, or mixing them together inside your hopper. And with this, you can pretty much just pop this stuff in and start rocking and laying down grass that looks great. And you don't have to come back and add different colors to it or anything else because it already has multiple colors inside of it. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But no, I really enjoy using their stuff. And let's see here. I got summer, I got spring. I'm trying to think what I used up here. That looks like possibly spring. I think so. Okay. So that's what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some of this in my hopper. I have some older stuff that's in there. I'm just going to leave it in there. What do I got? Do I have any? Oh, I do. I might just do that. Instead of breaking out this. Instead of doing that, I'm going to go into my extra. This is stuff that I vacuumed up. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And this is just a mix of all sorts of different grass, different lengths and everything else. But works great. Sometimes this stuff gets balled up. So you just need to go ahead and break it all up to get it in there. But I like to use, like as you're probably noticing, I like to use multiple colors, stuff like that at one time a lot of times. And the reason for that is I'm not modeling a golf course, I don't know too many tracks. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's some pretty beautiful tracks out there. But majority of the tracks that I've been to and grew up around, most of the time it was pasture grass that was out in the infield and everything else. So, and what I've got going on here with Deception is, it's pretty much a cross-country type of track. So, trying to model something perfect as far as grass goes is not in the planner. So I'm just going to go ahead. A lot of times when I vacuum this stuff up, it'll ball up. So why it does that, I have no idea. But you just got to break these little buggers up. And then I'll get it in there and start doing its thing. So let me get this all busted up. And like, again, there's probably 2 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and 6 millimeter all in this together. It works, if I want to make stuff longer, I can always do a little bit of layering and do it that way. I don't use layering spray. A lot of guys, they have layering spray. I don't do that. I actually wait for my Mod Podge to dry, and then I'll come back and with a brush lightly kiss the top of the fibers and then come back in again and just stack it up that way. And with the matte finish, it works great. So what I am going to do is I'm going to try to move you guys. So we're going to start over there by the tunnel, up on top, over here. Let's move this over here. There we go. Let me move that. Oh my gosh. Cool. All right. Joe, do I use mostly 4 millimeter? Yay.
Do I use mostly 4 millimeter? Yay.
Oh, I'm not technologying very well today, guys. All right. Yeah, I'd say I do. Between 4 and 6 a lot of times is what I use probably most. Um, I just actually purchased a new toy last night when I was doing my Zoom meeting with the Patreon group, and I'm getting one of the uh, World War Scenics static boxes. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I got something here. Static boxes. It's a box about yay big, right? And it's for static grass. And instead of having an applicator for it and putting your static grass in this and then sprinkling it, it's a table that you sprinkle your grass over the top of it. And then you charge the object that you want to go ahead and apply static grass to and put it over the top of the table, and the grass follicles will, jump up to that and create it. But what's really cool with one of those is that to make tufts and that type of stuff is a lot easier, okay? And they actually turn out nicer. Plus, the other thing is as far as trees, you can make pine trees that actually have the little pines on them that way too. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. You can do moss with it on buildings. Yeah, and when I get it, I'll play around with it a little bit, and then I'll bring it out and share it with you guys, and I'll show you all the fun trouble we can get into with it. So that is on its way. I think I'm supposed to be getting it first part of February, maybe the last part of January, so hopefully pretty soon. I have that coming, a bunch of more grass coming, stuff like that. But let me go ahead and put some Mod Podge down, figure out where I'm going to blend this. Start here. And I'm not going to go constant with this. I just want to go ahead and do, in a sense, I'm almost going to do tufts, but it's going to be a little bit more concentrated in here. Just go ahead and hit this. Certain areas. I'm going to do a guardrail in here. So it's got to be off the track a little bit. I got a rock there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this out here. Okay, and I've got a bunch of stuff there. Static grass is really cool. If you've never done it before, I highly recommend getting yourself an applicator and giving it a whirl, because it's a fun effect, put it that way. And like in here, okay, down here, I just want to make more or less some tufts of grass, and bring it in certain areas here. Hardest part sometimes is trying to figure out where you want to put it. Let's see, let's get one on this hill. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe one down here. Okay, I'm not too far away from this. All right, let's fire this bad boy up. We got power. Get all my lines. Get my negative wire. And grass going. Okay. Do this down below. And I use kind of a larger mesh on this, and it dumps a lot of grass down, but let's see here. I'm gonna stretch, grab a handful of this. Just break this up real quick. Add some more into the hopper, but it's all standing up. Cool thing about this Static King is with my other applicator, it had a metal mesh on the top, and it worked by charging the metal, right? Well, that thing, if you didn't watch yourself, it zapped me so hard a few times. It's amazing what the little bastard did. But I have not been shocked once with this Static King. It's pretty much, as long as you keep your fingers out of the inside of this thing, you're okay. So if you've ever heard stories about guys getting zapped with these static applicators, I can actually vouch for the Static King, that I'm not saying it's impossible to get zapped. I'm just saying that I have not been zapped yet, and that's saying something, because sometimes I don't pay attention. I get so wrapped up doing stuff that getting zapped is just seemed like something I was doing quite a bit with the other one. Okay, so let's go. Oh, come on. It's got these little pins to line up. Where are they at? There they are. There. Okay. Now we're playing. I'm going to go ahead and fire this bad boy up again. Put this down in here. And I put a nail on the end of this, so I don't have to get this, I don't have to get the alligator clip down into it. I have a nail that helps me stay away from it. Hills are always a pain in the butt. Don't have much room to work with on this one. It's working. I'm getting some grass there. So once I get this taken care of, we'll vacuum it up and see where we're at. Come on. Using recycled grass. I might just grab a handful of the new stuff. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab a handful of the new stuff to get those last little bits. And make it easier. What's this? 4mm spring. Sure, that'll work. Oh, gotta get it in the hopper, boom. Knock the sign off. What the heck? Oh, ladybug. Got a ladybug jumping over here on me. Okay. There we go. That's better. Oof. Boy, that's some charged stuff. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'll bring you guys down here and you can see what this looks like. Okay, don't turn off the camera. Okay, there we go. So if we get down and start seeing how this is sticking up for us. Now a lot of this, you saw where I put the Mod Podge down, so a lot of this is excess, right? But you see the colors in that? That's what I like about this grass, is that it's not monotone. It has a bunch of different colors into it, and it just looks, it looks more realistic, you know? Again, I'm not trying to make a golf course. If you're trying to make a golf course, then Woodland Scenics is the grass for you, because their grass would, you know, look like a golf course. But I love all the different colors in that grass. So there is that. And oh, I did that successful. I didn't turn off the feed. Good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the vacuum, and I'm going to vacuum up my extra grass. And hopefully I have enough juice in my battery. If not, I have, yeah, I got one over there. So I use the little DeWalt. I put a sock at the end of this so I can trap this grass, and I can save it for a rainy day. Okay, here we go. almost done. Okay. This is just my first vacuum. I'll end up doing another vacuum once this stuff is completely dried, because there's some areas out here on the edges that I know are not sitting in Mod Podge. So, but I'm not gonna, I can't get aggressive with anything yet, because it just, you know, I'll ruin what's there. So what I'm gonna do is come back over the top of this just a little bit. There's some areas like in here I want to do a little bit more. I'm gonna try to hit that guy some more. This looks great up in here. So yeah, I'm gonna hit just a couple of these a little bit more. What do I got left in here? Yeah, there's enough in there to be dangerous. Okay, let's see here. Turn this bad boy on. There. Get some coverage on this. That's better. Now, these guys are tricky. This is where having grass tufts would have been smart. You can do it, but it's a lot easier. A grass tuft already made up, put some glue on it like that, you're done. Trying to do it with a hopper when you don't have much room to get in there. Yeah, that's a challenge. There we go. I like that better. Okay, I'm gonna have to hit this with a vacuum again, but I didn't do anything up here. So I'm gonna keep on moving across. We'll go across there, and then I'll come back and vacuum it, and we'll just keep on going. How's that? No, actually, we're gonna do some stuff down below. We'll do that. We'll do that first. We'll get our little area done down in here, and try to put some down in here. I knocked this guy off in all my commotion. A Targa sign, so he'll go up there with the antenna and the light that's hanging off the side. So we'll get that. Okay. Some more Mod Podge. Oh. See here. A little bit of grass here. Kind of cool. We can put the grass in and it starts to bring, you know, it just starts to bring everything together. That's what's so cool about doing it. Let's get some down in here. And I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that because I've got all this scenery that I gotta blend in, and yeah, we'll do that. I'll just put some down here. Do a couple little tufts. break it up a little bit. Can't get too close to the signs or I'll knock them over. Okay. There's that. Where's my hopper? Got plenty of grass. Let's move that. Oh. Go back here. Okay. And growing grass. Come on. It's one thing when you're on hills and that type of stuff. It's hard to get the grass to do what you want it to do. Let's do that. There. Okay, now we'll come down here. It's a hard, I don't want to hit those signs. Okay, I need fresh grass again. What I'm trying to do, you guys can't even see. Let's see here. There we go. Trying to get this bit of glue without hitting that. Take note. Don't get ahead of yourself and start putting in signage when you still have more modeling to do. I know that rule, but do I listen to myself? No. I get too excited, want to see what it looks like on there. But again, I was thinking I was going to use tufts. Yeah. There we go. Okay. That's a crap load of grass. I'm gonna vacuum this up. I've got tons of grass hanging out here. Where's my sock? Where's my sock? So let me do that. Then we'll go across the top. So what we got here. Actually, a nylon would work better than a sock, but my wife doesn't wear nylon, so I got socks. Now this last little bit down here. Come on. Uh-oh. My battery's dead. So I'm gonna go grab a battery. I'll be right back. If I can get the battery off. There we go. Okay, let me go get a new battery. New battery. And you can even hear that it's a good battery. Let me hit this area real quick one more time. Okay, I think that's enough noise for right now. What do you say? Let's put that there, this here. Let's see what this looks like up close. Get my hand out of the way, but it looks much better. Kind of got a little bit of that patches of grass in there, and then that Mod Podge, that'll dry, so then it'll turn transparent, so we won't see the white. But yeah, just kind of brings everything together a little better now. We got that up there. So now let's attack that, and then we'll bring it down the other side. I think that should work. I gotta make tufts, because I gotta put tufts in here, because there's no way I'm not gonna be able to get that applicator in there because of this overhang. So I'll definitely have to make some tufts. That can be done at a later date. Maybe I'll wait till my toy arrives and do it that way. I was watching a video on it today? I was watching a video on it. It's really cool. All they're doing is just dabbing some wax paper and then running the paper over the top of that table, and it comes right up to it. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. So it'll be a fun toy. Now, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to come across here. So we've got some existing grass right here. I'm going to go right over the top of it. So almost like a layering effect, but let me get some of, oh, come on, Boone. Let me get some of this stuff down as far as areas of grass here. Up. grass here. I got that. Let's bring some. Let's bring some up on top. Over here. A lot of times I like to come around a little bit of ground flock that I put on there and put the grass sometimes over the top of it or whatever, and it kind of helps blend everything together. Okay, now in here is that grass, and I am just gonna tap it on the top like so, and this is how I do my layering effect. Now this grass that's down here, oh, I believe that's Woodland Scenics. I know that's Woodland Scenics grass. I think it was only 2 mil. It was down on that. I think. Don't quote me, but it looks like 2 mil. Put it that way. So definitely coming in with heavier grass this time around. So let's make more of a dent in this. You notice I'm not doing, let me see here. Let me bring this up. Even my glue down in here is blotchy, okay? I'm not making it all constant. I'm actually breaking it up so it has, when I come through with my final vacuum, these areas that don't have glue in them, that'll be exposed so you can see, you know, the earth underneath it. And it just helps with the realism of your scenery by doing that. Instead of coming through and making it all constant, unless you're trying to make, you know, a constant thing like a golf course, you know, then you want to do it that way. But if you're trying to kind of do something like this where it's off the side of a track, it's, you know, it's not manicured or anything else. I don't know. I like the way the blotchiness works with, you know, the grass that's out in the untamed area. Bring some up in here. I think I'm just going to come down into this area, and then that'll be enough grass to play with for right now. I'm going to leave that little bit of sand. Bring this right over here. Maybe a little spot next to that rock. Put some on that. Yeah, there we go. And hit this a little bit more. Actually going to hit this grass first. Reason is it's kind of working like a sponge. It's trying to soak up the glue. Don't want it to soak up my glue. Let's hit that over the top. There we go. Come up over here. Come on. There we go. It goes so much faster when you're out in the open versus in little cooks and crannies. I'm going to go ahead and put some more grass in the hopper. Turn it on. My shoulder's in the way. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. There. Oh, we made a patcher. So, there's that. It's a lot of grass down there. Okay. Now, I don't know where I can put you guys. Let's see here. If I put you over here, that'll work. Put that there. What I'm gonna do, I got some grass I want to put here on this, and then we'll clean this all up, and then we'll start coming down the side. So once we get the grass in, we can start putting in some vegetation that I have. I got a big old box of vegetation when I moved the track. I was ripping off bushes and everything else as I went, so a bunch of remnants that I can use. Let's see here. Like that. That up in there. Big thing is trying to find the vision of what you're trying to visualize it from. Mod Podge the grass. Alright, now let me hit this. I'm starting to run into those balls on the inside of this hopper. It all balls up. Let's break these up. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. I got so many hours ahead of me to finish all this. Oh crap. So I was, while I'm doing this, so I was thinking my next thing to do after I get this squared away in this live stream, I need to start working on that building. I think I'm, you know, like I've said a few times, this is kind of tricky because I can see how I can paint myself into a corner real easy in this area. So I thought originally that I would do the center first and then do the side, but the more I look at it, I think I'm gonna do the side over here first and then start working the middle. I think that's the better way to go. I think. We'll find out together, that's for sure. Come on, grass. there. Okay, there's that. Come through, do some cleanup, and then we'll move down the side. Oh, where's my vacuum? Okay. Okay. There's that. Looks like a green chia pet. And then let me hit that a little bit more. Just going to show you guys something. So there's that area that I layered it. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera very well. Okay, we'll look at this area up here first. Okay, so you can see how that grass up in here. Okay, see how it's even, that type of stuff. Okay, so now let's get down to this area where I layered it. You see how I had a little bit more blotchiness, a little bit more uneven and stuff like that? Because I didn't cover it completely with glue. I just went ahead and just lightly kissed the top of it, so only certain strands had it. But just by doing that, it's hard to get the angle right. But you can see how the unevenness with it, you know, kind of looks like it has tufts built up into it. So looks pretty cool. So if you haven't tried layering before or something like that, that's an easy way of doing it. Okay, easy way. There's, you know, some guys, and they'll go right over when it's still wet, and they'll spritz, you know, some of the layering spray into it and go right over the top. I just, you know, if I can, I just rather wait, you know. Give it a little bit of time, then go in after. Oh my. Okay. I'm back again. Oh, like I said, you guys, it's been one of those days. Okay. So let me keep trying to load this in and out of this damn tripod. Where was I? Oh, yeah, talking about layering. So a lot of guys, right after, say at this point, right, and then they'll go in and start spraying it, and they'll start layering right on top of it again. And yeah, you can do that. I prefer to get it all clean, get it so it's dry, right? Get that bottom layer dry, then come in and start doing your layering, you know, as far as stacking your levels up. Otherwise, you're just taking a chance of screwing up your base level. And by doing it this way, you can control as far as of your layering, right? So like I took the brush, just kind of glazed it over the top, so it's kind of sporadic, right? It's not this whole entire area didn't get sprayed, just little areas, which gives it a little bit better effect. You know, it's uneven and everything else. So that's how I do it. Granted, yes, there's guys out there that do it differently than I do, but that's the Boone Slot Car Garage way to do it. How's that? Now we just got to turn this corner and come down the hill. I got to think over here, because that's not going to be seen.
I'll cook it later.
Okay. So yeah, this area is really not going to be seen that much. Oh, there I am knocking off the antenna. Make sure I didn't glue that back up again. Okay. And I gotta move you guys somewhere where I won't stumble into you. Put this over here. All right, there we go. What I'm talking about is this corner right here. When this building, here, I'll show you. I'm not gonna bring the whole entire thing. I'll just bring the polystyrene building down. Once this is in here, really not going to be able to see this, especially if I go ahead and put I'm going to put a tree in this corner right here, because the original street has a tree that's down there on the street. So I figured that'd be kind of cool to do that and kind of break it up a little bit. But this area through here, once that tree's in there, you're really not going to be able to see down inside. And from that side, this area in here, I don't think, never going to be able to see that. You're going to be able to see it from that side of the track. Definitely not going to be able to see it from this side of the track. So only way that'll be seen is with a drone shot. If I fly a drone over the top of the track in the garage. So yeah, we won't worry about that. I'll wrap this corner, come down through here. I'll do a little bit of blotchiness down in here. And then once we get that, then I can come in, we'll start putting some vegetation in it. I'm going to concentrate my main vegetation up on top. Areas that I'm not going to be able to reach per se once things get in here. Want to kind of work my way from the back this way out. I'm thinking aloud. Sorry, guys. So yeah, I'll back my way out. So we'll go ahead and concentrate up here. I drug out some guardrail, so we'll get some guardrail up on that. That should be good. Yeah. Yep. Because I can't put tree in until I have the building in. So yeah, we'll bring it down, around, and we'll do that. So got Travis out here. Crazy Australian, huh? Aha! All right, let's see here. Start working this. Again, I'm just kind of taking it and I'm following some of the areas where I put down that the ground flock, right? Kind of utilizing that as kind of layers. And this, okay, let's stay away from that right now. Because we got, how far down am I going to come off the bat? Oh, I got a lot of glue there. Whoops. Let's move that around. And up in there. And then we'll turn the corner. Here. Come down to about right here for now. Got some rocks in this area. Trying to work with that. Now, let me go ahead and layer the static grass. You can see it's only, tell you what, once I get this put on there with the glue, I'll show you guys a little bit closer what it looks like. How's that? I don't know if there. It looks like it's got droplets. So let's see here. So we come up. So that's the existing static grass that's down there. And then I just kind of blotched some Mod Podge over the top. So then my grass will stick to those little areas of Mod Podge and kind of give it an uneven, kind of choppy look to it. So there you go. Up close and personal look. How's that? Let's see here. There. Okay. Like that. Oops. I'm good at making a mess today. That was good, Boone. Way to go. All right. 2 thumbs up. So I slipped. Got a bunch of grass on the track. Oh. Scenery is messy stuff. Okay. I'm all tangled up here. Looks like I've been playing hopscotch in a tornado. Get that figured out. All right. There we go. Everything's plugged in. got live power. Son of a... Yep, I should not have put those signs in. No. Not going to worry about it. Here we go. Okay. Shake, 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 shake. There we go. Don't hit your scenery, Boone. You'll chip it. Okay, there's that. Now, turn that off. How much do I have in there? I think I have enough to be dangerous again. I got this grass here. No, I'll just keep on going. Let me put that in there, put that over there. There. Okay. A brush out here. Let's brush. Here we go. Try to get to the edge of my glue. Okay, glue's right there. And then I'll bring it down through. What can you guys see? We're gonna back you up more. How's that? Right over here. Yeah, there you go. What's that? Oh. Put that there. Actually, doing grass work is I really enjoy doing this portion of it. Actually, I enjoy doing all the scenery for the most part, but grass is really fun. Seeing how it stands up and everything else, how it, that last little bit of layering really starts to bring, you know, your vision into play. I'm gonna have to need to vacuum that. Hang on a sec. Had some grime down here. I don't want that trapped in my grass, so gotta make sure that's cleaned out. more static grass in this corner. So I'll do a little bit of layering with that. This down. Here. And this, the building's going to sit down here, so I want a little bit of grass down here on the side. And I'll take care of the rest of that maybe with some tufts and some blending. There's that. Now let's go ahead. This. When you do this, also you can kind of pick at it. This one has a little bit longer grass down on it, so I want to kind of fluffing it up so that when I put my new grass over, it'll be that much higher. This. Right in there. Okay. I think that'll work. Oh. It should come down here. All right, let's throw some. Where's my grass? What do we got here? We got this. I just need to throw a little bit more grass in here. It's summer. Let's see. What we got there? Like that. And let's run some dead grass. Why not? that. Okay. There we go. Now we just got to clean that up. And then pretty much our grass work is done up to this point. Yep, it's done up to this point. So any other type of grass in here, I'm going to do with tufts in here. Now I might save it when I put the building in, and I can use the tufts to go ahead and kind of hide if there's any type of gap between the building and the scenery when I set it in. Kind of use it as a filler. So that's my thought with that. Gotta get loud again. But before we do that, let me. How many of us are here? Oh, there's 18 of us. That's not bad for a last minute Thursday afternoon stream. What am I doing? There, okay. Kind of letting my my knees rest here for a second, guys. So broken antenna, broken signs. Yeah, yeah. You know how that goes, Joe. Yeah, it's just par for the course. It seems like it was one of those days, but it's nothing too major. I think you guys can see this one is still intact. I think you can see my hand there, but I knocked down this one. That, but I can just. It didn't break. I just knocked it off the base. And then the antenna, well, I broke that off a while ago, but this sign got broken down, and just always something to do, man. So, but let's see here. Let me kind of resting up my knees a little bit. I get a little sore along with other pieces of my body, but let's see. So we'll vacuum that up, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna drag I'm thinking I'll drag up some of the vegetation. I might actually I'm gonna lay in the guardrail before I do vegetation. So I already kind of put some on the back area over there. I'll show you guys once I get this all cleaned up. And I kind of need to get the guardrail in it first. Yeah, before I can finish up anything else with that. Because I gotta work around. If I get too much vegetation in there, trying to get the guardrail in there at a certain distance from the track and everything else might, I might screw myself. So let me get the guardrail in first, and then I can come back and fill in some of the gaps with some vegetation. So let me put that there, and let me vacuum. Get noisy again. Okay, knees. Here we go. All right. Vacuum up all this green stuff. Okay. I think that's all. Put that grass over there. Ah. Yeah, looks okay. A little bit more vacuuming once everything gets dry, right? And then how I'll do that is that brush that I had that I can't find right now. There. So I'll take like this brush and kind of hit it like that while I got my vacuum right there and kind of taking care of the last little bits of fiber. But no, it looks good. I like the way this kind of all came together through there. Good blend. Yep, that'll work. So I was talking about guardrail. Let's see here. Like I said, I've got some old guardrail I can use. I can use up in there. Just grab a thing of guardrail, but that look good up in there. I'll show you guys the difference in rails. I've got, oh crap, let me get up. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll show you guys the difference. So, like probably most of you know, I came out with how to make metal guardrail a while ago. Actually, I was the first one to do it out here in the wild. I got the idea from looking at slot mods, and I saw Dave, you know, I saw a picture of him. He was making guardrail, and I looked at his tracks, and one of the things I really loved about slot mods tracks was, you know, their metal guardrail. I just thought it was just cool. So through the years, I came up with 2 different ways to make this. I had my original one, which I believe was the first video I ever did. And then I made a second video on guardrail when I was doing the Watkins Glen guardrail, and I came up with a another way of doing guardrail. Actually, let me grab the Watkins Glen. Oh, jeez. Okay. I gotta get over here without stepping on stuff. All right. Okay, so here we go. The evolution of Boone's guardrail. Never really gone over this, but what the hell? We're doing a live stream, right? So this right here was first generation guardrail. Okay, and yeah, I mean it looks good. It does. I mean, I've used on the layout and stuff, and it wasn't until recently that I came out with my third version. But this is, you know, looks good, and it'll work definitely for up there, because it's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to see it real clearly versus the other stuff that's up close. Second generation guardrail, which was the Watkins Glen, is right here. Now, what you're going to notice right off the bat is that the Watkins Glen, it's a lot sharper, deeper, sharper, you know, looks, looks pretty good, right? Came out real good. The problem with this design that I came up with was it was hard to try to keep the rail straight and everything else, because the way that you would cut the material and then put the roller and stuff onto it, it was tough. Even if you taped it down, sometimes the guardrail wanted to creep on you and whatnot. The new version is what these rails are, and and also with the new rails, let me just untape this. The new rails are to scale as far as the width, where these were still a bit wide. This was definitely wide. This is narrower and actually a cleaner looking guardrail. But if we go through here, okay, so we have the 3 generations. This one, yeah, that was the roller style. This one had a jig with a roller, and then this is my new way of doing it. And sorry guys, I'm not going to let the secret out of the bag how I'm producing these guys. But as far as the difference, in the widths, that's the big thing. They got it to scale. It's kind of hard to see, but it turned out a lot nicer. Let's see here, if I put this next to this one, I don't know, you can see the difference with it. But yeah, that's the new generation guardrail. But that I've got an order, a big order that I'm trying to put together, so I can't spare any of these. I got to get it out to my buddy Bill. But that's okay, because this back area in here, it'll be fine. I can use the 1st generation guardrail that I have. I have a bunch of it that I took down. And this should work up around there. Plus the other thing is, it's a little bit haggard because it's been not only put on the layout, but it was ripped off the layout, and then it was packed in a box and shipped down here to Texas. So yeah, it's showing a little bit of wear and tear, a little bit of tarnish. So that'll work for this area. Thing I gotta kind of think about is that when I did this, I think, there's no polystyrene up there. It's actually it's hardboard and MDF. So that might make it a little bit interesting trying to get this stuff mounted in. Let's see. Cool thing is, this one's already bent. So if I can do it like that, I'm gonna press this down, and I'm gonna see what happens. So if I put this all the way, that's sunk. It might work. See, what I'm thinking is at the bottom of these quarter square dowels is I have little finish nails that you guys didn't even get to see, or did you get to see that? I don't know. Shoot, I gotta pay attention to the camera. So at the base of these on the square dowel, I put a finish nail down here, little spike, so that's the way they're mounted in. Um, so that first one, it's sunk in there. And I came through and I blended it with drywall compound. Okay. I think we're going to be okay. I hope so. Let's see here. Let me get my Mod Podge. That over here. And I set it in with Mod Podge. I don't use super glue, just because a lot of times super glue will get into the polystyrene. Sometimes it'll dry real quick, and when you got to adjust it and stuff, it makes it kind of difficult. Rearrange this. Okay. So let's see here. Let me get my bend correct. I'm going to set it off to the corner. We're recycling old scenery. How's that? So I'm just going to hit this with some Mod Podge. And dance a jig and hope the scenery gods are good to me today. So, this stuff can be a challenge to put in sometimes. Well, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and run it back. Oh, that's going to be a challenge, isn't it? You little bugger. I found the hardboard MDF. I might have to pop holes in this. Yep, I'm going to. Okay, so. Okay, I know how I'm going to do it. I'll be right back. I got to get, a couple things. Long one. Okay. Where's my drill? Okay. My battery. Put it in my drill. Okay. Long drill bit. What I'm going to do is hopefully this works. And hopefully I can see my dots. Right out in there. There. Up there with him. Hopefully this works. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see. This one's right there. This one's right there. That one's right there. Let's see that one there. Oh, tight back. Where's the there? Okay, now let's hit it with the vacuum real quick. And we'll try it again. Hopefully my eye was okay. We'll see. This stuff still has Mosh Posh, but I just want to make sure. Okay, now one. Come on, baby. Get in the hole. Come on. I might have to put, yeah. Damn it. That hole didn't go where I wanted it to, did you? So it was the other hole. There was two marks up there, and I obviously hit the wrong mark. We'll worry about cleaning that up after. Come on, baby, get in the hole. Get in the hole. I'm slacking over here. That one's gonna get, oh, you butthead. Yeah, some of these are gonna get, they're gonna get super glue. doing that. I thought I drilled that one. Guess I didn't. Son of a bitch. That one's there. That one's gotta go. Come on. Line up. You drill enough holes, it's bound to hit one of them, right? Okay. This guy's being a real pecker ass. There's that. You busted. Yeah, a big old chunk came out. Okay, we're gonna have to. We're gonna play with this a little bit more. Oh, it's much easier if you're going into polystyrene with this shit. No. Yeah. I was hoping to do this on camera, but I don't know. There's a big old issue going on over there. Problem with this corner is not only is it turning, but it's on a hill that's cresting. So I've got to put a twist into this rail at the same time. And it's not being very nice. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do. Looks good there. It's just going to take some finagling. I'm going to have to do super glue or something to do it. And then I'm going to have to come in, and since I got drill happy, shit. Since I got drill happy, now turn that area into Swiss cheese. This area knocked loose, so I'm going to have to glue that back down. Here, check this stuff out. See, not everything goes smooth for me, guys. So it'll look great in there, and then we'll bring it all the way down and tie it into that stuff. That's the idea. But down here at the base, okay, so you go uphill and it starts to turn and it starts to crest. Okay, so what's happening is I got to put the twist in it. See, a little bit of Swiss cheese going on down there. So I got to put the twist in it to do it. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this with super glue, and I have to do it one at a time. And it's going to take a while. So I might just say scratch it right now. And then I went ahead, here, look at that guy right there. And then my scenery busted up. So I'm going to have to glue that back down. And blend. Oh, man. Knocking signs off, doing this. Oh, I don't know. It must be a Thursday, right? Okay. So how long we're into this 2 hours? Well, crap. Let me turn this around. Hi. So, I don't know. I tried, but it's trying my patience. Yeah, my knees. It's trying my patience. About ready to have a Godzilla moment. Stand up on the layout, start kicking stuff. It's amazing how good that feels sometimes. Oh, so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do super glue, and now I'm gonna have to go back in there and do some more repair. Figures. So I think I've had enough before I start throwing stuff, guys. My patience is running out. But hey, we got grass down. That's a plus. Yeah, we got grass down, so hey, why not? Yeah, why not? And I don't want to put any, the way my luck is going, I don't want any vegetation in it yet, even on this side, because I'll just end up destroying it because of what I got to do on the back side of that with the guardrail. So before I can do, I got to get that in. But it's gonna take some doing. So I think what I need to do is I need to take a break from this. It's just these, you have these times where part of you wants to just keep on pushing forward, but in the back of your head, if I keep on pushing, I'm going to start destroying more stuff. So that's where my head's at right now. It's going, Boone, yeah, you can go forward. And how much more stuff do you want to have to repair today? So that's what it is. So at least we got grass done. That's a bonus. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break. I might take a break for the rest of the day and not worry about this until Monday morning when I get up at 5 or 4 a.m. to come out here and start dinking with that thing. And then get that one settled in. And then the next live that we do, we can go ahead and pick it up. And if I get that one, the good chance I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the guardrail up on top. Yeah, probably. Knowing me, that's probably what I'll end up doing. I might go all the way up this hill too and around the backside. I got to run guardrail here and do this. So behind me right here, so there's guardrail on the inside, but I need to run guardrail from the tunnel around this and then through here. I need at least, I need it through here at least, right? Through this corner. Might do something different with that. I'll figure out the hill. Got to run the guardrail up around in here. So good chance when we resume our meeting that I'll probably have the guardrail done. Just because once I start going, I'm going to go. And if it's at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, I don't think anyone's going to be up. Well, yeah, the East Coast would be what? If it's 4 here, it'd be 5. And on the West Coast, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'll probably end up doing that one by myself, guys. But yeah. So that's pretty much, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up before I again start playing Godzilla. and we'll pick this live stream up next week. All right. So I thank you to all 20 of you guys that are hanging out with me on a Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, because tomorrow's Friday. Got to go back to work. So yeah, that's what we'll do. All right. So again, thank you everyone, and I will see y'all next week. All right. Bye. I gotta turn it off. Here we go.